Sides presented their opening statements, and the first witness was called in the corruption trial of 2 Baltimore police detectives.
All right, let's go to ABC 2's Brian Kubler, who's been in that courtroom all day and joins us now with more on what happened. Brian.
Yeah, Jamie, the prosecutor in this case called it the perfect storm, that the gun trace task force was not a rogue unit, that it was made up of men who had already gone rogue. The jury was sworn in at 10:40 this morning, and then immediately the government went to work. Assistant U.S. Attorney Leo Wise making his opening statements, telling the jury that this was a case about greed, that these officers committed robbery and extortion and fraud under the color of law. Quote, "They were, simply put, cops and robbers at the same time," he said. The defense pushed back, saying while there may be theft here, it was no robbery, no extortion, that honest police work was being done at first, and that all of the government's witnesses are criminals that have an incentive to point fingers at detectives Daniel Herschel and Marcus Taylor. And the first witness did just that. Detective Maurice Ward, a former member of the gun unit who pleaded guilty back in July. Ward spent the afternoon on the stand, prodded by the prosecutor to explain how it all worked to the jury, how the squad would do what they called door pops, the act of driving up to a group aggressively, popping open the door to see who would run first and then chase them. Dope boy cars, the practice of pulling over Acuras or Hondas for no reason at all because those makes were typically owned by drug dealers, the sergeant would say. And sneak and peeks, the practice of gaining entry into a home to look around before getting a warrant. The goal, Ward says, was using their mission of seizing guns to steal drugs and money, much of it never reported, and cash always split. Now, Ward also showed the jury black masks, Halloween-style masks, and heavy-duty tools that he said were used to rob other people. He testified to how the squad would use BB guns kept in their cars and plant them on suspects who didn't have guns on them, and all of it at the direction of Sergeant Wayne Jenkins, he said. Ward is still currently on the stand at this hour. There is no court scheduled for tomorrow. This case will resume on Thursday. For now, we're live in downtown Baltimore. Brian Kubler, ABC 2 News.